Of course, safety doesn't just stop with what gets launched into the sky. It's just as important on the roads. Now, after the state's 40th traffic death yesterday, we all have to do our part to make sure that number doesn't rise. And our Gil Cano is at one of the busiest intersections on the 4th of July and has what we can do to stay safe.
Hawaii's 2025 traffic deaths are more than double what they were this time last year. This intersection behind me on Ala Moana Boulevard is going to be used by thousands of people celebrating the 4th of July tomorrow. That's why HPD is ramping up their enforcements to keep that number down. On Wednesday, the 40th traffic death this year happened. Hawaii residents wonder why this number's so high. HPD says it starts with the individual.
I really think it's an attitude thing. We really normalize this type of behavior, and we have to be driving with aloha. To me, means being conscientious about how your actions on the roadway affect everybody else and affects the entire community.
The 4th of July holiday is one of the deadliest for drivers on the road because of impaired driving. The consequences of that kind of a responsibility aren't just jail time.
It's not a risk to just a person who is drinking and driving. You're impacting another individual, you're impacting a family, you're impacting a whole community. Some of our victims that pass away are leaving a hole not in the hearts of their families, but into our community itself.
You may have seen more sobriety checkpoints like these popping up around Oahu. HPD says this is by design.
It is one of our strategies, whether it be sobriety checkpoints, speed enforcement, just overall. We're trying to attack it from all different facets.
The question is, how can we stop impaired driving? Well, it starts with prevention.
You want to have a plan ahead of time, whether that be a designated driver, a ride share, so you're not in the heat of the moment and you might make a bad decision that could affect your life or somebody else's life.